Happy Sunday! Let's fill and chill. I want to load my Deanna up, get this thing ready for next week. Probably Monday or Wednesday's video, I'm not sure which one yet. I want to try out wad cutters. I'm going to load half these mags right now with wad cutters. Then the other half, I got my new .219 pellets in, or slugs rather. Those came in, so I want to test that out in the chaser, and then I want to retry my Kratos. So hopefully this week coming up, I'm going to do some target tests, which might be a little boring, so if you don't really care about those, then I guess you can skip that. But depending on how those go with the chaser and the Kratos, I might step up and do some, maybe the know your limits targets. We'll have to, that'll be pending the results of the sight-ins. We'll see what we can do. And then I want to stretch out, of course I put one in backwards. Then I want to stretch out the limits on the chaser. I kind of want to bring that thing to 100 yards. Do you think that thing can reach out to 100 yards? Because I want to shoot some steels at 100 yards with that thing. I don't think the wad cutters are going to be able to cut it, but, wad cutters cutting it. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. But, with the slugs, I imagine those will probably make it. I don't see why not. I'll just have to aim probably 10 feet above the target to actually hit the thing, but I think that'll be hilarious. And then if I can actually reach the target and try and get a group, that would be interesting to see. I want to stretch this thing's the limit on this out. If 100 is too much for it, we'll say like 70 yards. Try that out. But I want to stretch it out to 100 first. I want to absolutely push its limits. And that's how you push the limits first. But first off, the Kratos needs to get figured out. I don't know what was up with that. And it's going to be very depressing to me if it just starts acting up and then I don't get the accuracy that I was normally getting. If that makes sense? Because at 70 yards, it was pretty much dead on with these .219 slugs. So hopefully we can replicate that a little bit. Other than that, let's see. Well, I made a community post going over the YouTube comments, which are driving me absolutely nuts now. It just continues to keep deleting comments on its own. Ones that have it's even ones that have absolutely nothing to do with anything that would be violating the guidelines. I'm trying to like correlate what's the cause of it based off the comment, and I really cannot gather what is going on. My guess is that YouTube had to have changed filters or something. I'm assuming it's something to do with spam. I comment too often because I get too many comments right now, or I go on a video and then I comment on that, but the videos are really short, so I might have, you know, a good amount of comments in a short amount of time, but then I go back to the channel and there's nothing there. It's just kind of, it's a little aggravating. So I'm still trying to figure that out. YouTube help is not very helpful in that regard. The first person I talked to was basically telling me that, oh yeah, everything's fine on your channel. There's nothing wrong. You can post as much as you want. Nothing's going to remove comments. Then I'm like, all right, so what happens when, like, how do I show you evidence of it happening? Because once the comment's gone, what proof do I have? It's just no longer there. So trying to figure that part out is going to be interesting, but then I actually caught something that kind of proved it. It would show that my page had more comments on it than were actually showing up, regardless of what filter you use. Because if you switch to the comment filters from top comments to newest first, a bunch of the hidden comments will show up. That happens all the time, and that's the first thing I do. Or what you can also do is check the YouTube Studio, and then if it's flagged in there, you can release the comment. I'm sure most of you know that if you create, but that's not the case either. And when I came back with the information, they were basically telling me, oh, your comment was flagged and it was removed. So then they just send me the generic, you know, YouTube guidelines thing where you have to go and figure out what on earth could have possibly caused the problem. And I'm like, can you, you know, point me in a direction of where it might violate it? And it, like, they're like, oh, it's check out section with violence and like gore or something. And I'm like, it had nothing to do, there was nothing violent. Like, is it a specific word that YouTube doesn't like? Is that auto getting flagged and just deleting my comments? And then they just tell me it's just based off of context, how you say it in the comment. And I'm like, oh, well, Painted Prepper commented on my video. I had a 6-shooter come out, and then the next video, his comment was, that's more like it, or whatever. I'm like, oh, you don't like 6-shooters as much? Because it was like, it went from the 6-shooter to my Beretta. And I come back to it, and I just have a heart on his comment, and then my comment's gone. So I'm like, did shoot flag it? Because today, I had another one come up, and there was shoot in it. I was talking to someone how I wanted to do a video. A Dirty Harry, like, kind of style video where I shoot 5 or 6 shots or whatever it is in the Dirty Harry. I can't remember off the top of my head. 5 shots, and then he still has 1 in the revolver, but I was going to shoot 6, whatever it is, 5 or 6, and then just keep laying waste with my Ruger single 10 because it holds 10 rounds and really throws people off. So I thought that would be kind of funny. And then I commented that to someone as they're like telling me a story of, you know, how their father, how they have their father's guns and how he likes Clint Eastwood and stuff. So it's like you get on this personal level with someone and then you're trying to like relate to them and give them, you know, feedback on their comment, and I'm telling them my plan and whatnot that relates to it. And then I go back and my comment's gone. And the weird thing is I can go back and post pretty much the same comment on some of these, which I remember pretty much what I said verbatim, and then it'll be there. So my confusion level is through the roof on what is actually going on. The only thing I can imagine is YouTube had to have changed something. Whether they're filtering certain words, frequency of posts, their spam filter changed, I don't know. But something happened. And when you talk to the tech support there, they have no idea. You could ask the same question 10 times to 10 different people, and you'll get 10 different answers. I kind of gave up on that, and it's honestly discouraging a little bit to want to type out very, very long, like, essay-length comments sometimes, depending on the response. And then it's just gone. So, I don't know what's up with that, but I'll keep trying to respond. So if you see a heart on something, and you asked a question, and then you get the heart notification, and there's nothing there, if it's something like, it's probably nothing serious at all, obviously, but it's just the fact of the matter that someone asks something, or I ask someone something, I don't know if they're getting comments deleted too. So, if you notice it, just let me know, and I'll try and get back. Okay? Alright. We got set up for this week. I'm not sure which day things are going to fall out. Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, and we'll see what happens, I guess. I heard the term recently, squirrel brain, and that's what I have, because I just have ideas and then run off with them and then forget about things I had planned. So if I kind of forget, that's why. All right. Fillin' and chillin'. See ya.